In this example, we've got Ryan and Noah, and they're in charge of drinks for a Pee Wee soccer game, and they've got 6 gallons of lemonade. And they have 2 games going on. The first game, the team drank 1.5 gallons. The second game, the team drank 2/3 of a gallon. We want to know how much is left. Well, if you're a little nervous about fractions and how you handle that sort of thing, for the time being, let's just use an example where everything's nice and simple. If I start with, let's say I start with 8 gallons, and then I drink 2 gallons, how much is left? Right? You just do 8 minus 2, and that's 6. Well, the fractions aren't going to work any differently. It's just that after the setup, we have to deal with the denominators and stuff of that nature, but we still set it up the same way. We say 6 gallons initial minus 1.5 gallons minus 2/3 a gallon. Now, if you plug this into your calculator, that might not be the best way to go because calculators tend to give things in decimals. If you don't know how to handle that, then you're not much closer. Instead, I want to point you to common denominators as the way we're going to do this. First, change these mixed numbers into fractions that are called improper fractions, right? They're heavier on top than on bottom. So we've got 6 minus 3/2 minus 2/3. And now we think, what's the common denominator that I need to subtract all these fractions? Well, it's going to be 6's on the bottom, right? This one has to get multiplied by 3/3. This one on the right gets multiplied by 2/2. See how those are both going to have 6 in the denominator? This one on the right can be thought of as a fraction 6/1. And that needs 6/6 as its multiplier. So what do I get? I get 36/6 minus 9/6 minus 4/6. And, math, let's see. What do we get? 23/6? And that turns into 3 5/6. I think if you imagine multiplying this back out, 6 times 3 would make 18, plus 5 would make 23. So that looks like I did the math right. And if you had done this on your calculator, I mean, at this point, now I know what the answer would be. It would be something like 3.833 or so, like a whole bunch of 3's. And you might recognize that as a fraction. At least it would give you a good guess. You could guess something in this range if you didn't know what those decimals were. If you happen to know what your decimals are with fractions, you'd know immediately your answer is 3 5/6.